I just understand the dangers behind it. I understand the danger behind it, especially in a 10-round fight, and there's no goddamn headgear. Yeah, you got to be goddamn cautious. But I think the fact that you even believe it, whether we think you can win or fucking not, this is why you are the best at what you do.
I'm not gonna predict the round, but I just know it's gonna be a moment in the ring and she's gonna say, I'm not supposed to be in here. I really cannot wait to see what she do when I land this right hand. And it's not even that, it's not that she's weak or that she's strong, but I'm strong than the MF right now. The moment you think I can beat you, I got
Is Claressa Shields truly unbeatable at middleweight, or is the immense pressure of being a superstar finally beginning to expose cracks in her armor?
This week in Atlanta.
Big fight.
This week.
Big fight
in Atlanta.
She might get a knockout.
I think that I think that Scott has the makings of someone who can keep Shields off of her, right? So if it's the movement, if it's the clinching, whatever she needs to do, I think that some people get in there, man, they draw a blank and they forget how to keep themselves safe in the ring. They forget how to fight back, and kind of goes on from there. This Scott's girl, I think that she can do something.
Conversation surrounding the self-proclaimed GOAT took a dramatic turn after a viral back-and-forth between Claressa Shields and Shannon Sharpe on Nightcap. Shields made headlines by arguing that pure boxing fundamentals, sharp preparation, and deep film study could help bridge almost any gap against elite competition, even bringing up male punchers like Ryan Garcia in the discussion. While the hypothetical comparison was quickly brushed aside, Shields used the moment to explain why she believes her ring IQ, technical understanding, and ability to adjust remain in a league of their own. Her confidence only added more fuel to the ongoing debate about whether anyone at middleweight can truly expose a weakness in her game.
I've been sparring against boys and men for 20 years. That's 2 decades of boxing. I didn't say I'm going to go in there and knock Rolly out. I didn't say I can overpower him. I said I can outbox him. I've outboxed plenty of men who are professional boxers inside the ring. Yeah, sparring is not a real fight of sparring, but boxing is not MMA sparring. MMA sparring is 60%, 70. Most of the time up in sparring, especially sparring against a guy, and he got his girlfriend in the gym, his wife in the gym, his kids in the gym, he not finna let no woman get off on him. I get off on men and piece them up and sparring respectfully with their women and with their kids there, because I'm a very serious boxer. You cannot speak doubt into my skills and what I can do, Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that because you got to really be in the gym. I sparred over 100 rounds for this fight against Franchon. Watched her. I sparred all men. I had 2 different sparring partners, 10 rounds twice a week. That's 20 rounds, 2 different men. For, I don't know, 8-10 weeks straight, I sparred over 100 rounds. These guys are pros. The sparring partner I had was 170 pounds. One was 173 pounds. I'm sparring against these guys to get ready for my world championship fight against...
Shannon Sharpe immediately challenged that notion, pushing the conversation back toward the harsh realities of physical leverage, fight pacing, timing, and actual fight night execution inside the ring.
So you saying that if it's money and belt on the line, and I got me a 2 or 3 month camp, you telling me that Rolly gonna knock me out up in what round?
Rolly gonna beat you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, Rolly would stop you. Yes, I believe Rolly would stop you.
While the internet ran wild with the banter, the real debate among boxing purists immediately shifted to Atlanta. Shields is stepping back into the ring to defend and unify the WBC and WBA middleweight championships, and her elite technical pedigree is about to face a serious and very real physical test. Standing across the canvas will be Australia's Kaye Scott, the reigning WBC and WBA champion, who arrives with absolutely no interest in playing a supporting role in the Claressa Shields show. Instead, Scott has every intention of turning the spotlight toward herself and proving that Shields can be challenged when the pressure, physicality, and stakes are at their highest level.
I think she's been underestimating me a little bit, but we'll see. I'm ready for everything that she comes at me with.
Why do you think she's been underestimating you?
I think it's easy too. I feel like the whole world has underestimated me, mostly because they just see that pro record of only being 7 fights there. But we'll just see on Saturday night. I think it's going to be a really exciting fight for everyone to watch.
I'm not underestimating you at all. That's what I think. Now you're underestimating me thinking that.
Okay.
I have been in the gym training 3-4 times a day. I've been dieting. Usually I do a 6-week camp. I did 12 for you. 12. Not because of the weight. I've been made weight last week. That was simple. Me making the weight, no, I trained for you. I watched you. I know we're good in the amateurs. I know you are more experienced. The girls in the amateurs, majority of them may box better than the girls in the pro. So I don't take your record of being 5-1-1 as a joke. I sparred so many rounds and we watched so much film. I didn't underestimate you, but I want you to understand that when God gives me an opportunity to perform on a big stage in Atlanta, it's not really nothing against you. I just have to perform at a very high level to destroy you. And I know that you worked hard, you strong, you're big. I'm talking about, I know. So I look forward to us fighting on Saturday, but I didn't underestimate you. I didn't. I still trained. I watched the film. I dieted more than usual. And listen, I'm prepared.
Scott is a seasoned international amateur with extensive tournament experience, proven composure, and the natural physical size of a true middleweight. While Shields has moved across multiple divisions throughout her professional career, Scott has spent her entire career developing, competing, and establishing herself within this exact weight class. Inside boxing circles, many see this matchup as a textbook stylistic trap, with an aggressive and physically sturdy title holder determined to test whether the superstar can handle a grueling, close-quarters dogfight when technique alone is no longer enough. The bigger question is whether Shields can maintain her trademark control once Scott begins applying constant pressure and forcing her into uncomfortable exchanges.
I've had a fantastic training camp, and all I can do is control the controllables. My sparring's been on point, my conditioning's been on point, my diet's been on point, and my mindset's on point. So this opportunity has arisen, and I'm just taking it with full force. And she wouldn't want to be against an opponent who doesn't believe that she can do it, and I think I can create history and go out there and bring everything and make it a really challenging fight and bring those belts back home to Australia.
You do not have the pro experience that Claressa has, but you are a longtime amateur, 15 years in the Australian boxing program. How can you use that to your advantage?
I think that's helped because although this will be the biggest stage that I've fought on, I think going in the amateurs, you go to the World Championships and the Commonwealth Games and stuff like that, you go through all the nerves and the travelling, and so I'm very much used to being up there and having to talk to media and do that kind of stuff. So I feel like I'm probably in a better position than some of her other opponents have been to it. It's not new to me. Also that I've been around a lot of international high-level successful athletes that have transitioned through to the pros. So they're names that I recognise and appreciate how amazing that they've had in their pro career, but I've also seen them as kind of just humans and athletes that I've trained alongside as well. So it kind of normalises things rather than putting them up on a pedestal so much, and that helps me mentally.
During the official press events, Scott made it clear that Shields' weight cut, technical reputation, and superstar status do not intimidate her, sending a strong message that she is fully prepared for the challenge and believes she can compete with Shields on equal terms when the bell rings.
Someone that's not going into a fight not thinking they can win, like, why would you want to go in there with someone that's not kind of on themselves and thinking, like, I have the belts, they're mine, so I'm going in there as champ, so that's the go.
Yeah. Do you think you're underrated? I mean, a lot of people try to, critique your experience just because of the pro record, but I mean, you've had a ton of fights in the amateurs as well.
It's like, I know myself, like the smaller community or people that know my background kind of know the truth behind it, and to be honest, I kind of turn off the comments on everything else. Right. Like I see a few things and I'm just like, that doesn't deserve my energy. So, like, I haven't actually seen a lot of it. Some people send it to me and I'm like, all right. Like, people are entitled to their opinion. I don't really care. I don't have to change that. My focus is just 100% on Saturday night and putting all the energy where it deserves to be. So, and that's on me. There's no point me getting online and trying to speak to John, who's like, this is a joke, she's had 7 fights. I don't care what John thinks. Like, I care that I'm here and I'm gonna give it everything. So
yeah. You mentioned age as well. That's another thing that people like to criticize. You bring up their age. I mean, you certainly don't look your age. So
I'm in the gym training with all like our pro and amateur team, and they are all like mostly in their 20s. So, and I stay alongside them and do the exact training as what they do. So, and it's always been that way. I got into boxing very late because my state had it illegal. I couldn't fight any earlier than what I did, and I was late transitioning into the pros. But body hasn't been an issue for me, and it hasn't been so far. So while I'm still kicking ass, I'm going to keep kicking ass.
Analysts are watching this matchup dynamic closely because the physical details could become decisive. If Shields enters the fight even slightly drained from making the middleweight limit, Scott's ability to press forward, force clinches, and lean heavily on the champion could disrupt and potentially neutralize Shields' effective outside footwork. That kind of constant physical pressure could make it difficult for Shields to control distance, establish her preferred rhythm, and dictate where exchanges take place throughout the fight.
The makings of someone who can keep Shields off of her, right? So if it's the movement, if it's the clinching, whatever she needs to do, I think that some people get in there, man, they draw a blank and they forget how to keep themselves safe in the ring. They forget how to fight back, and kind of goes on from there. This Scott's girl, I think that she can do some of those things.
What if Kaye Scott has a better chance than Kaye Scott? That's Malik Scott's wife.
I know. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. I caught it after a second.
I'm trying to put two and two together.
That's crazy.
Malik is training her these days.
Oh, she ain't that big.
No, I know.
Yeah, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not true. Don't put Kate up there. Sounds Kate. Keep doing your thing. We'll stalk her and analyze the box.
Okay, so
yeah. Now this girl, she 1 loss, 1 draw, 5 wins. 42, but 42 with only 7 professional fights. I'm lost.
She's seasoned. She's healthy, ready.
In
I
Australia,
ain't putting that body. I ain't putting that body. You in your prime to me, baby. But I'm just saying that I just worry about the experience getting up in there with a Claressa Shields. So I don't know how to. You know anything about her amateur record? Oh. Amateur record, she's almost at 70-some fights, so maybe.
Yeah.
But you need to be very experienced getting up there with Claressa Shields. That's my thing.
When asked whether Shields has what it takes to dismantle Kaye Scott, Shannon Sharpe put the viral arguments aside and delivered a detailed breakdown of the matchup. Sharpe pointed directly to Shields' significant speed advantage, sharp lateral movement, and ability to throw a high volume of punches from different angles. He emphasized that those tools could allow Shields to control the distance, dictate the pace, and prevent Scott from comfortably setting her feet and applying sustained pressure. For Sharpe, the key will be whether Shields can consistently use those advantages before Scott turns the fight into a physical battle at close range.
Why you are the best at what you do.
But that's what now that we're speaking on that, I think I tweeted and I said, the way how I believe in myself, it is not to intimidate you, but that is what greats have to do. And I am a great. I've been a great for a long time, and I know what I can and what I cannot do.
Sharpe's verdict emphasizes the core tactical reality of the matchup. Shields rarely depends on single-shot power to control her opponents. Instead, she overwhelms them by throwing 4 and 5 punch combinations behind her lead hand, maintaining a relentless offensive rhythm that forces aggressive fighters to reset, hesitate, and rethink their attacks before they can build momentum.
Fighting in the future, I didn't think she would say yes to the fight. So she said yes to the fight. I'm happy that she did that. And Atlanta, August 15th, I want you guys to know something, and I want Kevin to know something too. I will not be the same person that I am right now. I will not have on no heels. I will not have on no hair. I won't have on no lip gloss or no makeup. I'm coming with the Queen Latifah, Cleo, braid straight to the back. I'm coming ripped up, muscles in my neck, and I'm ready to go. And Kaye Scott, I actually feel like I love you a little bit. Like, I love you, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been knowing each other for a lot of years. We shared the ring. I celebrate her success, her wins. I'm not a hater, so I can do that. But the only time I have to go against anybody is when they get inside the ring with me. So I gotta rock with me. And I'm telling you, Kaye Scott is so strong. I just hope that Mark has came to my training camps. He know what I do. Mark, I hope you warned you. I'm top dog. I'm top dog. I'm mean. I'm strong. You know, I'm fast. I'm accurate. Don't think me losing this 20 pounds on, you know, only thing you're going to have on me on the fight is your breast. It's going to be bigger than mine. That's it. Everything else, going to be smaller. And I'm just looking forward to...
Rolly Romero also gave his official prediction on whether Kaye Scott has any realistic pathway to defeating the pound-for-pound queen. Romero highlighted the double-edged nature of Shields' skill set. While her defensive reflexes, ring awareness, and combination punching make her extremely difficult to outpoint over the course of a fight, her limited stoppage power means Scott will likely have all 10 rounds to search for fight-altering shots and create the kind of dramatic moment that could completely change the outcome.
I believe her. I believe she can beat me. Yeah, she'll knock me out.
I think you're being facetious.
No, I'm being for her. I don't hit women.
That's true. I understand that. No, I'm just. Did you shake your head, or did you say why? Out of all the names, did you pull your name out of the hat?
No. I believe her. I truly believe she can beat me.
Yeah, interesting.
The predictions do not stop with Shannon Sharpe and Rolly Romero. Veteran boxing trainers, experienced coaches, former fighters, and respected broadcast analysts across the industry have also added their own detailed breakdowns to the tape, carefully examining the matchup from every possible angle and searching for the strengths, weaknesses, and tactical advantages that could ultimately decide who controls the fight once the opening bell rings.
You know, there's a little bit of a mistake or I don't know if the word's mistake, or it's just a little strange to me, a boxing lifer, that she doesn't punch better, because she throws punches with bad intent. She got good hand speed, good quality. She'll land clean. She'll time you. She'll counter you. I mean, if she was a baseball player, what was it? The five abilities to be a great baseball player, right? You got to be able to hit. You got to be able to run bases. You got to be able to field, and there was 2 others. There was like 5 of them. Whatever it was. That's why I wasn't a great baseball player. I only had 3 of them. but she would be, if you were using that same rule of thumb to judge a fighter, she's got them all. But she doesn't really bring the power. Or
only 3 knockouts in her 18 wins. Yeah,
she doesn't exhibit the power. She doesn't get that result. And again, it's a little bit of an enigma for me. If a boxing lifer, a little bit of an enigma, because again, she'll time you, she'll hit you clean, everything else. But again, punches are born, they're not made. And it goes to show you, she's physically, stout. She's physically, compact and strong. But I always say the greatest punches are the wiry ones. The skinny son of a guns that aren't as physical, where you say, oh, that must be a big puncher. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. But the wiry ones almost always are, if they want to be.
Prominent boxing commentators have described this matchup as a compelling test of precision versus pure attrition, with both fighters bringing completely different strengths into the ring. In a recent fight preview on Dyson News, analysts outlined the growing consensus across the sport, focusing on whether Shields' technical precision, speed, and volume can overcome Scott's physical strength, pressure, durability, and willingness to make the fight uncomfortable for the opening bell.
She said that she wanted to drop back to 160 to fight Kaye Scott for the middleweight titles. What was your reaction?
I was worried, to be honest with you, because I used to fight myself, and I know that coming down in weight is very difficult. And if you could see, as you see the fighters do, they usually go up in weight to fight bigger guys. It's very rare that a fighter comes back down in weight to be a champion. And it's actually only been done one time by Roy Jones Jr. in a 120-year history of modern boxing. So it's really challenging. And if you look at Claressa's career, her first world title was at super middleweight. Then she came down to middleweight. Then she came down to junior middleweight. Then she went back up to middleweight, became undisputed, went back down to junior middleweight. Claressa has always chased greatness. and she's always done what has to be done to make the biggest and the best fights. And this is one of those examples. I went to visit Claressa in training camp last week. She looks trim, slim, mean, sharp, and ready. And one of the things that I want to say that's taken for granted, you know, Claressa has been the first woman ever in the history of American television to be the main event on television. She opened up the door for women's boxing. The reason why we see women's boxing on television, pretty much every show, that it's a regular, it's a requirement, is because Claressa Shields broke that door and she made it happen. And she's unapologetic, she is straightforward, she's very confident about what equality means, what it means for a fighter like herself, who's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, who's done things inside the ring that no one has ever done. And the opponents have been the best of the best, truly the best of the best.
Meanwhile, veteran corner trainers warned that Scott's clearest route to victory is turning the ring into a phone booth and forcing Shields into a physical fight at close range. If Scott allows Shields to control the center of the canvas, establish the tempo, and dictate distance behind a sharp, stinging jab, the Australian champion could find herself chasing shadows for the entire night. The longer Shields is allowed to operate comfortably from the outside, the harder it becomes for Scott to create the pressure and exchanges she needs to change the momentum.
I think Claressa Shields got no more learning. She has everything that she needs in her arsenal to stop and destroy anybody. Now, of course, you guys know Claressa Shields is going through that weight cut. She's cutting weight. As you can see, we on the track. We cutting weight as well. But she had to go back down to where Miss Kaye Scott is. Miss Kaye Scott, like I said, 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. She has the opportunity to make a good name for herself. Win, lose, or draw, we got to take our hats off to that fighter because she's the only one that wants to challenge herself against Claressa Shields. Now, a lot of people are like, well, man, we sick of this. You know, Claressa Shields never fights the guys or the women that we really want to see. Well, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Alicia Bumgun, all them guys that she tried to fight in the past, she tried to call them people out. She been called their names out. She been pulled their card. And guess what? Nobody ever wanted to step up and challenge themselves.
Now, despite entering the arena as a massive betting favorite, Claressa Shields is fighting to protect her legacy at the very top of the sport. A sluggish decision victory could give her critics fresh ammunition, while an explosive and dominant performance would put the entire boxing world on notice and reinforce her position as one of the most complete fighters of her generation. With expectations already sky high, Shields knows that simply winning may not be enough to satisfy the people watching closely and waiting to see whether the pound-for-pound queen can deliver another statement performance under immense pressure.
Yes, she's walking around and go to boxing with the women boxing right now.
But again, this is something I think we saw this from Layla Ali, but we didn't really see this too much where a woman could write their own ticket, fight where they want to fight, when they want to fight, against whom they want to fight. Not to say that Claressa's picking her opponents, but even though you may not know the name, it don't matter because it's Claressa Shields, which means she's writing her own ticket. So salute to her for that.
No, she is. She's one of the few fighters in the United States that could sell 10,000 plus seats right now. And lately, you know, after the movie got released and beating Savannah Marshall, it's been like a lot of tabloid stuff, but that stuff draws asses to seats, you know? It may not, and I'm really not throwing shade at Claressa Shields because I've said on this show repeatedly, she's the GOAT, and I'll say it again, she is the GOAT to me. Respect to Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, and some other great fighters, but I think Claressa's the best fighter pound for pound I've seen in women's boxing, but not really for me. The last couple years was drawing people in, but the key word is drawing people in. She's been selling out Detroit. I expect her to have a near sellout, if not a sellout, in Atlanta. And salute to her for that, because there's 99.9% of fighters, especially in the United States, can't do that in today's boxing.
So before the fighters went into their final face-off, Shields delivered her parting words, making it clear that she was ready for the challenge and prepared to back up all the confidence and expectations surrounding her once the final stare-down ended and the opening bell finally rang.
Listen, I'm looking at Kaye Scott muscles. I'm looking at her. I'm like, man, this girl is like huge, right? I really cannot wait to see what she do when I land this right hand. And it's not even that. It's not that she's weak or that she's strong, but I'm strong than an MF right now. I'm talking about I can push a truck. I can lift her, Mark, and Dimitri up at one time right now. I'm talking about the whole table. I can lift it up. I know Kaye Scott is tough. I know she's strong. I know that she believes in herself, which I love that you, believe in yourself, because that's what you need to. The moment you think I can beat you, I got you. So I ain't got you yet. But inside the ring, when one of them shots catch her, she gonna say, oh, this bitch got me. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'm not gonna predict the round, but I just know it's gonna be a moment in the ring and she gonna say, I'm not supposed to be in.
Could we be looking at one of the biggest championship upsets of the modern era? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with Shannon Sharpe and Romero's predictions, or do you believe Kaye Scott is being seriously overlooked? Give us your exact round-by-round pick and tell us how you think this fight will unfold from the opening bell to the final round. Smash that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned to Boxing Trends for all the latest fight night coverage, updates, reactions, and analysis. So, that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts, predictions, and fight picks in the comments section. Stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.